Well, I really enjoyed the two songs we did last week, I'm guessing, or a few days ago. End of the Line and oh shit, what was it? Handle with Care. Yeah. Fantastic, you know. So luckily someone else sent another request in, so here we go. Hi guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. And we are back with Traveling Wilburys once again, and we're gonna be listening to the song Tweeter and the Monkey Man. The lead vocals by Bob Dylan. I think we have one more after this too, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if we had another one. It's all from this album too, and I really enjoyed last week. I got a couple people mixed up in the video, but that's okay because I didn't really know, but now I do, and I appreciate everybody for handling with grace. I appreciate y'all. There's something so special, obviously, about all these guys coming together as friends, making this just almost Americana, rustic feeling music, you know, and it's very interesting, you know, to me. And obviously, instrumentally, it's really good too. It's a different kind of genre than what I was expecting, but now that I know and like know the names, everybody in it, not really. It all makes sense, to be honest. They're just missing Jerry Garcia, and it'd be perfect, right? So yeah. Let's do this, and thank you to our patron Kathy G for sending this in. Let's do it. If y'all want to subscribe, please help a brother out. Click that icon right below my face, and I'll also link the other video I did a couple days ago for the other songs. And yeah, here we go. Tweeter and the Monkey Man by the Traveling Wilburys in 3, 2, 1, go.
Stayed up all night selling cocaine and hash to an undercover cop who had a sister named Jan. For reasons unexplained, she loved the Monkey Man. Tweeter was a Boy Scout before she went to Vietnam, and found out the hard way nobody gives a damn. They knew that they'd find freedom just across the Jersey line, so they hopped into a stolen car, took Highway 99. The walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. The undercover cop never liked the Monkey Man. Even back in childhood, he wanted to see him in the can. Jan got married at 14 to a racketeer named Bill. She made secret calls to the Monkey Man from a mansion on the hill. It was out on Thunder Road, Tweeter at the wheel. They crashed into paradise, they could hear them tires squeal. The undercover cop pulled up and said, every one of you's a liar. If you don't surrender now, it's gonna go down to the wire. And the walls came down.
This feels like a Dylan song almost.
All the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell.
That is too good.
An ambulance rolled up, a straight trooper close behind. Tweeter took his gun away and messed up his mind. The undercover cop was left tied up to a tree near the souvenir stand by the old abandoned factory. Next day the undercover cop was hot in pursuit. He was taking the whole thing personal, he didn't care about the loot. Janet told him many times it was you to me who taught that Jersey anything's legal as long as you don't get caught. And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. Someplace by Railway Prison, they ran out of gas. The undercover cop had cornered him, said, "Oh, you didn't think that this could last." Jan jumped up out of bed, said, "There's someplace I gotta go." She took a gun out of the drawer and said, "It's best that you don't know." The undercover cop was found face down in a field.
Wow.
The Monkey Man was on the river bridge using Tweeter as a shield. Jan said to the Monkey Man, "I'm not fooled by Tweeter's curl. I knew him long before
That's too good, bro.
Now the town of Jersey City is quieting down again. I'm sitting in a gambling club called the Lion's Den. The TV set was blown up, every bit of it is gone. Ever since the nightly news show that the Monkey Man was on. I guess I'll go to Florida to get myself some sun. There ain't no more opportunity here, everything been done. Sometimes I think of Tweeter, sometimes I think of Jan. Sometimes I don't think about nothing but the Monkey Man.
His voice sounds really good here. Those slight keys are really good. It feels like it's a whole different experience, like listening to just a studio track and not like having the video and having the personalities and the weight of like the personas, you know, that are being shown, kind of dictating where your mind goes with things with the song. I kind of fell victim to that, I think, trying to, I don't know, find out who was who. And, you know, the videos are very person centric, you know, obviously about the bandmates. And of course, End of the Line, you know, was, you know, about Roy. And it, I don't know, man. I kind of enjoyed that way more just as a studio track, you know, without all the visuals and stuff. I focused way more on the instruments and what they were playing. And I wasn't worried about, you know, what was going on with the, you know, who was there and such. And they're really tight group, like obviously, man, because, you know, they're all legends. It's basically the super group of super groups. I mean, if you had Tom Petty and Bob Dylan in one band, or George and Tom Petty in one band, you know, that would be a super group. But they literally, the lineup is nuts. Like, it's absolutely nuts. So obviously it's Bob Dylan on lead vocals for this one, acoustic guitar. George Harrison on acoustic guitar, the dobro, the slide guitar. Jeff Lynne, acoustic guitar, bass guitar, keyboards. Tom Petty on acoustic, and then Jim Keltner on drums, Jim Horn on sax, and Ray Cooper on percussion as well. So apparently it's credited to Bob as the main songwriter, but apparently it's contradicted by George Harrison in his account of it or whatever. Tweeter and the Monkey Man was really written by Tom Petty and Bob Dylan. Well, Jeff Lynne and I were just there too. But they were just sitting around the kitchen, and he was, for some reason, talking about all the stuff that didn't make much sense, you know, and we got a tape cassette and put it on and then transcribed everything they were saying. Harrison also recalled that he and Lynne then contributed to the chorus, beginning with the line, "And the walls came down," based on an idea of Dylan's from the same tape. Tweeter, the Monkey Man, is sometimes regarded as a playful homage to the songs of Bruce Springsteen, who was often hailed as the next Dylan early in his career. The lyrics include the titles of many Springsteen songs, and the song borrows many of Springsteen's themes. The setting of the song itself is in New Jersey. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, no shit. Well, no shit. I remember I heard it. Springsteen's home state, and the setting for many of Springsteen's own songs. Rahway Prison, Jersey City are mentioned by name. The Springsteen's song title reference includes Stolen Car, Mansion on the Hill, Thunder Road, State Trooper Factory, The River, and a song, which we have done, The River, yeah. Written by Tom Waits, but popular by Springsteen, was Jersey Girl. There's a bunch of other stuff too. So only Dylan, Harrison, Petty, and Lynne took part in recording in this song, making it the only song not to feature Roy in any capacity. And you kind of could tell that he wasn't there, you know, like, because his voice was definitely one of the biggest parts in Handle with Care, I felt like. But yeah, to hear like the guitar from everybody, like they're all just so tight and like in rhythm with each other. The harmony of their guitars and the voices, it's really good. And like it is kind of like nonsense, you know, the lyrics. I kind of got like this weird Bonnie and Clyde like alternate universe kind of feel to it. But then they started throwing in stuff too. But then obviously it's a Springsteen thing, so I didn't know that until I read it. But I think that's interesting because we've done some Springsteen on the channel, and that's another guy I had preconceived notions about, and he's actually a really good musician, you know. And it's very interesting that he was hailed as the next Bob Dylan early in his career. I don't think I knew that. I know that he wrote a lot of stuff for people at first. I guess that's kind of comparable to what Dylan did. You know, he did a bunch of songs and then people covered it and it got bigger, I guess, you know. But Tom and everybody in this band is their own legend in their own right, you know. And Tom Petty is probably the one that I'm least familiar with, even though like I do know, you know, Isn't Learning to Fly, that's Tom Petty, right? I know that song obviously because of the radio, probably a couple other ones, but he is the only one I'm not as familiar with. Like I kind of know Jeff Lynne now because of ELO. Obviously I know George, I know Bob. No, like I know them, but most of these guys, you know, they're just legends, man, and they all just come together as friends and act like they're kids. It's almost like a midlife crisis happening in audio form, and they just want to escape and do, you know, boyhood stuff again as friends. It feels like, you know, with the playful names. It's very imaginative and childhood, you know, wonder like I said in the last video. But instrumentally, this one was tight, bro, because like I said, I wasn't distracted by the video, and it completely, yeah, man, they're legit, obviously, but you would think sometimes that doesn't work though with all those, you know, super egos, because it's a super group, you know. But apparently they told Bob to leave the ego at the door, and he did, obviously, because obviously the lyrics are kind of nonsensical at points, but it's, you know, about Springsteen stuff, so I think that's interesting. I don't know if this is like it's not a diss track. He said it's a playful homage, so it is what it is. I really enjoy that though. Honestly, that might be my favorite song out of the three. The main riff is just addicting in its own way, and the lyrics, the chorus at least, that's a really good chorus. That is a really, really good chorus. And I'm glad that we get to experience this, man, because I love all these guys individually. Other than Tom, we haven't gotten to him yet, so I'm guessing we will eventually. But it's just great to see them together like this, or hear them at least, you know. Sad to hear not hearing Roy on this, but that's what happens, unfortunately. The world is a very cruel place. Yes, it is. But we got this wonderful music out of it, so it is what it is. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. If you guys have any other requests by the Traveling Wilburys, please leave it down below. I'll definitely check it out. I think I've got one more request for them from this album, and then I'm free to do whatever, because I'm definitely gonna do more, because it's very intriguing. I don't know how to describe it more than that. Like, it makes you want to listen to more. Like, there's like some story that they're telling, which I know they're not really, but it kind of feels like there is like this kind of consistent through line throughout the songs. You know, like the whole that rustic Americana. They were in Jersey in this one, you know, and it's just very interesting, man. It's interesting music, and technically absolutely beyond proficient. You know, it's very, I don't know. It's like a hard thing to describe, you know, because there's so many huge people involved with it. But the music itself, it's really good. It's not what you would expect with all these guys, but at the same time it is. You know, it's one of those things. But that's enough out of me. Thanks for watching, and thank you again to Kathy G for a great pick. I appreciate you very much. Patreon right here. Hey, that's a picture of it. There's a link in the description. $15 tier up, you get one free request a month. Join any of the tiers, get all the block videos, our Discord server access, all kinds of stuff, man. It's really cool. We'd love to have you over there. And there's also a PayPal as well in the description if you want to send a request in that way. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.